The Titanic. Imagine standing on the deck of the largest and most luxurious ship ever built. The cold Atlantic wind brushes across your face as thousands of passengers laugh, celebrate, and admire the endless ocean. Bright lights illuminate the grand staircase, elegant music echoes through luxurious halls, and everyone believes they are sailing aboard a ship that nothing, not even nature itself, could destroy. Only a few days later, those same decks would become scenes of panic, heartbreak, and tragedy. This is the true story of the RMS Titanic, a ship that became one of history's greatest disasters and whose story continues to fascinate millions of people more than a century later. At the beginning of the 20th century, the world was changing rapidly. Technology was advancing faster than ever before, and countries competed to build bigger, faster, and more luxurious ships. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean had become one of the most important journeys in the world, connecting Europe with North America. The White Star Line wanted to dominate that competition. The company announced an ambitious plan to build 3 giant ocean liners unlike anything the world had ever seen. These ships would not simply transport passengers, they would become floating cities filled with luxury, comfort, and modern technology. Among them was the most famous ship of all, Titanic. Construction began in Belfast, Northern Ireland, at the Harland and Wolff shipyard. More than 15,000 workers spent years assembling thousands of massive steel plates using millions of rivets. It was one of the largest engineering projects ever attempted. The Titanic stretched nearly 882 feet in length and weighed more than 46,000 tons. It was the largest moving object ever built by humans at that time. Luxury surrounded every corner of the ship. First-class passengers enjoyed magnificent dining rooms, elegant staircases, luxurious suites, a swimming pool, Turkish baths, libraries, cafes, and even a gymnasium. Many people described it as more beautiful than the finest hotels in Europe. Even second-class passengers experienced comfort that many wealthy families had never imagined before. Third-class passengers, many of whom dreamed of starting a new life in America, also enjoyed conditions that were considered excellent compared to other ships of that era. Excitement spread around the world. Newspapers praised Titanic as one of mankind's greatest achievements. Although the company never officially claimed the ship was unsinkable, the public quickly began believing exactly that. People trusted the ship completely. On April 10, 1912, Titanic finally began its maiden voyage from Southampton, England. Thousands gathered at the harbor to witness history. Families waved goodbye, children smiled from the decks. Passengers took photographs, laughed together, and looked forward to an unforgettable journey across the Atlantic Ocean toward New York City. Among those on board were millionaires, businessmen, engineers, teachers, immigrants, and families hoping for a better future. Every passenger carried different dreams, but none imagined they were beginning one of history's most tragic voyages. During the first few days, everything seemed perfect. Elegant dinners were served beneath sparkling chandeliers. Musicians performed beautiful melodies each evening while passengers relaxed and admired the endless ocean. The massive engines pushed the giant ship smoothly through the cold Atlantic waters. Everything appeared calm. Everything appeared safe. But hundreds of miles ahead, enormous icebergs drifted silently across the North Atlantic. Several nearby ships had already sent warnings about dangerous ice fields. Those warnings reached Titanic's wireless room. Yet life aboard continued as if nothing could possibly go wrong. No one knew that every passing hour was bringing the world's greatest ship closer to one of history's most unforgettable disasters.